Social media. It's synonymous with anything we do and plays a part in a lot of people's everyday routine. The broad spectrum of media you can find on the internet really has something for everyone. Whether it's news or funny videos, people find a reason to be online. What if the computer was alive, analyzing your watch patterns, your Google searches, and specifically tailoring what you want to see? Sounds kind of cool and a little creepy at the same time, right? While tailored content sounds better in theory, what can actually happen is this feedback loop can make people believe in what they see.
Cultivation theory is a theory that talks about how prolonged exposure towards media, in this case television, can help change an individual's mindset towards a point where their original values get changed into ones that mimic the media that they consume. This can be found in news outlets where certain right or left-leaning news broadcasts will affect the mindsets of the people who regularly consume that sort of media into voting for more right or left-leaning politicians.
One way social media companies achieve this dangerously tailored content is algorithms. If you're familiar with social media at all, you've probably heard of the term before. An article from the Queen's University of Charlotte describes algorithms as social media algorithms refer to a variety of processes that rank user provided signals to determine what type of content and advertisements to display to users. This quote does a lot to describe the inner workings of algorithms. It describes that users' data is tracked from everything to watch time to comments. In doing so, social media will give you more content it deems you are more likely to interact with. This inherently limits the unbiased information you can receive on social media because the content is tailored to only your favorite things. Even the creator of the World Wide Web has gone on to state that algorithms should be inherently illegal.
If you still aren't fully convinced that algorithms and what you watch has a genuine impact on your views and mindset, then here's a study from the Graduate School of Stanford Business, talking about how biased news impacts voting. The study from Ali Yurikoglu initially looked at the Fox News effect, which was a study that found that increased viewership on the right-leaning news outlet, Fox News, had a correlation with Republican candidates' vote in presidential, Senate, House, and governor elections. Ali decided to look further into the correlation and see if it actually was boosting right-leaning votes. They looked into 1. Viewership data of hours and years. 2. Surveys on viewers' intention to vote Republican. 3. County-level presidential vote shares. 4. U.S. Census demographics. And finally, 5. The ideological position of Fox, MSNBC, and CNN. This allowed for better data on the original political ideologies and how much they choose to watch biased news. Ali found that there was a significant impact on an initial centrist viewership. With people who watched an extra hour of Fox News, they were 7% more likely to vote Republican, and vice versa. For the watcher of MSNBC, they were 7% less likely to vote Republican. In current events, one country, or dare I say a whole continent, has understood the dangers of algorithms and is taking steps to limit harmful exposure. Additionally, Kai Reamer and Sandra Peter, professors at the University of Sydney Business School, have this to say: algorithms on social media platforms have fundamentally reshaped the nature of free speech, not necessarily by restricting what can be said, but by determining who gets to see what content.
One real situation involving algorithms is currently happening in Australia. The Online Safety Amendment, Social Media Minimum Age Act of 2024, makes it illegal for children under the age of 16 in Australia to hold accounts on most social media platforms. Starting the 10th of December 2025, platforms must deactivate existing under 16 accounts and block new ones, or face fines up to about $50 million. The ban applies to major services that allow social interaction, posting, messaging, and similar things. This includes apps like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, X or Twitter, YouTube, Reddit, Twitch, and a few others. Now, the most important thing is under 16-year-olds who do manage to get onto these apps won't be fined. The law specifically targets platforms who generate these algorithms that tailor content. While critics warn that children's access to content under 16 can be damaging, we'll just have to wait and see how this all shakes out.
Overall, cultivation theory plays a precedent in almost all of our lives, and knowing this, we all should look for more unbiased news, understand that what media we are consuming may not be the most truthful about the information they give you.